Watson making his 50th appearance for Salford tonight, having signed in January. And up top, it's Matt Smith alongside Conor McAleny for his first appearance since the start of September, or first start even. And he'll be looking to get back on the scoring trail as well after a long time out with injury. Back three. Good ball up into Harrison, laid off for Garrity. Now Smith on the right-hand side. Field for Garrity. They're just feeling the way into this game as it goes long. Bolton brings it down, but he's dispossessed by Benning. Chapman with the save. Comes to Harrison, dispossessed by Leak. Jason Lowe will be able to bring this clear. That was a chance for Vale, but Chapman saved well. And his defenders backing him up did the rest. Fielding the attack and getting himself in and around Matt Smith at the top. Looking for the flick-ons. Lund's been released down the left-hand channel here. Smith waits in the box. Lund keeping the ball away from Jones. Back for Toure. Swings the cross in. Smith gets up, heads it in, and Salford take the lead. On a plate from Ibu Toure for Matt Smith. Goal number 2 of the season for the big man. And Salford take the lead just before the 10-minute mark here at the Peninsula Stadium. Get the crosses in, and that's what Matt Smith can do. He barely had to jump for that one either. Such was the quality on the cross from Toure. And Smith with a flick onto the reach of Stone. Salford City 1, Port Vale 0. Too much of a sniff since the 9th minute. Worrell switches the ball to Benning. Now Wilson comes inside of Lowe. Still going with it, James Wilson. Pass back out to the right for Worrell. The cross follows. And Garrity on the volley. Straight down the middle. Straight at Chapman, who gets down to his right and his full body weight behind the ball makes the save. One that you'd expect to make. Didn't require anything extraordinary. Didn't make a plethora of signings either in the summer. Most of the starting 11 were here last year. Benning, Wilson. Ball's made a run into the box as Wilson comes in onto his right, shoots over. Of course, not his favourite foot, James Wilson. We saw a number of times during his time here, coming off the left onto his left and wrap his foot round the shot. Campaign back underway after the World Cup break. Interesting to see what happens there as Toure. That's a great ball forward and Talaji's beating the offside trap into the area and it's off the crossbar. On the play for Talaj. Did ever so well to beat the trap one-on-one with Stone. When he came out as Talaj tried to lift it over. It's just a fraction too high and it's off the crossbar. Held up by Worrell at the moment, but returns the ball to McAleny on his right. The cross isn't a bad one either. Stone punches away to his left-hand side. And Talaj picks the ball up on the right, pulls it back now for Bolton. Rolls the ball out in front of him, past his man, sends a cross in. Smith there, and it's off the foot of the post. Comes back out to Smith. Shot blocked by Jones. And that'll be a corner to Salford. That's the second time the Ammies have hit the woodwork in a space of minutes. They're starting to crank the pressure back up on Port Vale. As you've seen him take a corner, but it's high towards the back post. Harrison heads away, it sits up for Galbraith, and well, it looked like a bit of a rocket, but it's blocked by Harrison. Salford keep it alive. Leak to Galbraith. Now Bolton on the right. Played it back to Galbraith and turns out to be a dummy pass. Bolton picks it back up. Now Galbraith floats across and Vassell gets up. And the header was at Stone, saved, and Smith frustrated not to get a penalty there, I think, judging by his body reaction. No red shirt in there. They'll win it back, and Worrell on the charge at the right-hand side. Cuts back in now. Looking for the switch over to the left, but cut out by Bolton. And Talaj dispossessed, but the ball there to be won, and McAleny pinches it off Worrell, turns, thank you very much, driving forward. Watson arriving in support, McAleny still going, hits it, and it's off the bar again. What have Salford got to do to get the ball within the goal frame? That would have been a great goal from Conor McAleny. because he had options as well. But the screw still being tightened. Watson with the cross now. Jones. Vale unable to equalise. Holden on the ball again. Plays the ball through, but Odubeku couldn't get there. Toure wins it for Salford, and he gets it back now before setting Bailey down the left-hand side. He'll give Worrell something else to think about. He's got inside of him. Now the cross comes in. Smith at the back post, heads it down. Talage on his left. Kisses the outsides of the post. And just wide from Talage. And that could have been 2-0. As so many times in this half. To the left to open himself some space. He's still going, and now he finds Lund in support. Galbraith in the middle, being closed down, hounded by Odubeku. Plays it back for Toure now. It's good football now from Salford. Lund for Toure. He's got into space in behind. The deflected cross comes for Watson, and he guides it just past the foot of the post. Chance after chance, still coming for Salford. And it surely feels only a matter of time. It's been a very enjoyable watch this second half. Clearance though, finds Bailey on the left-hand side. Now Bailey returns it down the left for Hendry, keeping the ball away from Pett. Good strength there as he switches the ball over to Jenkins, and Akers, Bolton even on the right-hand side. Akers of space, the cross goes in, Smith gets clear, heads it down and wide. Didn't need much of a touch there from Matt Smith. Maybe just caught it a bit too late and couldn't. Bailey gets the ball clear. There's Massey down the left for Dan Jones. The cross into the middle, comes off Toure. Shouts of handball, but his hand's down by his side. There's no way it can be a handball there. His arm's in a natural position, but Vale have the ball alive still. Garrity over to the back post. Gavin Massey across. Harrison turns off the crossbar from the former Fleetwood striker, and to Salford's relief, that goes wide. We're on narrow margins now. Salford clinging on to stay in the Papa John's trophy. They need to get this ball forward, and they need to get a chance. Harrison helps it on. Leek sticks a leg out to get it clear. There's the first check of the watch from Anthony Backhouse. Watson intercepts pass forward, but there's the full-time whistle, and Salford move on to the quarter-finals after the Papa John's trophy. And a visit to Cheltenham Town in January. A 1-0 win thanks to Matt Smith's first half goal. But what a second half that was. So many chances. Salford will be pleased to see the game through. But that's an excellent 45 minutes of football.